I have held cryptocurrencies in some capacity for the last decade, and I can tell you straight up, I've never seen anything like what we've seen with Tellor, TRB, over the last few days. And so I want to take a look at this and make some sense of the madness and try to just give some thoughts here. And I do want to say straight up, this is just straight up gambling. If you're going to get into Tellor right now, you are betting on something that can go in any direction. And right now, my opinion is that this is not quite the time. There may be another time coming up soon, but not right now. We need to see some kind of stabilization here, just in my opinion, before diving into this, which I am interested in diving in, but at some point. But before diving into this, I do want to say the following, that this is for entertainment purposes only. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with Tellor. So Tellor, TRB's liquidation soared to 70 million amid market manipulation concerns. It's interesting that what I'm looking at here, every article that I've looked at has talked about Tellor's big crash from its insane spike that it saw. But it's amazing because what they're not talking about is that it had that insane spike in the first place. Like this article here, what we're seeing, whales have allegedly wiped out both long and short positions in TRB, causing the token's price to plunge from $600 down to $135 in a matter of a few hours. It also went up to $600 in a matter of a few hours, but I guess they were not concerned about that. Suffered a staggering 70% decline. You can see all that. You can see the liquidations. And so, yeah, longs and shorts were both wrecked. We saw Tellor have the biggest amount of liquidations in that particular day, much larger than any other cryptocurrency. 3 times the size of Bitcoin liquidations. Never seen anything like this. And then looking at the chart here, this is a chart from swing low to swing high. What you can see is just this insane move. And so looking at where we are now, I mean, we're below a 236 retrace, which means, in my opinion, that we still have lower to go. I mean, we're just kind of in this no man's land space. But even looking at Tellor all time, it's insane. We saw Tellor get up to almost a 4.236 retrace, way beyond its previous all-time high, and seeing it get near its all-time high before that big move up and then a move down, back down here, and then seeing that is just, that's unnatural. This is clear evidence of something more than just people getting really excited and buying this. There was some level of manipulation here. And so looking at Tellor and looking at its price, I mean, that right here, this right here is just, that is not something worth charting, worth considering, because look at every level of historical support. I mean, we are still above, even at $180, which is the price of Tellor, the day that I'm making this video. We are still above the top of every possible level of support that we could have, and we're below the 236 Fibonacci retrace, as I talked about, and we saw this liquidation wick right here. And so that was the bottom of the madness, but we didn't go up much higher from there. We did see a wick above the 236 retrace, and my general thought is this right here, the previous all-time high, is our best case scenario for where Tellor is going to kind of bottom out and level off before potentially another move higher. But honestly, what I think is going to happen here is this liquidation wick, that we are going to sweep the lows of the liquidation wick. That tends to happen with any sort of liquidation like what we've seen with TRB. So I am not considering getting in on this until we see, again, a leveling off at one of these levels here. It's going to happen at one of the levels. All right. In best case scenario, we're still going down. So a leveling off of some of these levels here, but really I'm looking at the liquidation wick as my point where I would consider entering. Until then, I am a bear. And honestly, I just don't even want to mess around with this shorting it, because we could see wild fluctuations trying to make up some of this ground here before the move to either the sweeping the lows of the liquidation wick or the previous cycle's all-time high. But again, not natural price movement that we're seeing here. And this is something that personally I would stay far away, unless, you know, you're some kind of degenerate gambler. But otherwise, that is all I have for today. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Where do you think we're going with Tellor short term? I'd love to hear that. Otherwise, I will see you in another video. Peace.